So this is called Joints and Glands. It's a gentle series. The idea here is just simply to move in a way that breaks up the bad habits of how we hold ourselves during the day. So we'll be gently moving the body kind of from head to toe. You're going to start in a comfortable seated upright position. So Bree's seated on the floor because she has the flexibility to do that, but oftentimes I do this seated in a chair. So if you are seated in a chair, you'll uncross your legs, feet flat on the floor. And if you're seated on the floor like Bree is, you would just make sure that you have enough support underneath your pelvis so that your knees and your low back are comfortable. And just close your eyes and turn your attention to breathing. This is how we'll begin. And no need to change your breath in any way right now. Just be aware of your body breathing. And then begin to soften the body so that you let go of anything that might be restricting your natural flow of breath. And just allow the breath to deepen and lengthen on its own. So while this series is about exercising all the joints and muscles in the body, it's also intended to benefit the nervous system and mind. And by the end, the goal is to have this natural sense of ease, feeling that concentration improves. And we just have a more comfortable and natural embodiment. And you'll want to return to this easy breath over and over again as we move today. So we'll begin with some massaging of the forehead and face. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And the movements in this sequence begin at the center of the face, at the forehead. You'll place the tip of each thumb at the base of the small finger, so thumb goes to the base of the pinky. And this exposes the fleshy portion of the thumb that you'll use for massage. And you'll begin at the forehead by drawing your thumbs up and out in a stroking motion, using gentle pressure, just following the bony structures around your eyes. And you'll continue out to the temples. And continue to let your body breathe. You'll use the same hand position just below your eyes and along the bridge of the nose. And continuing to find the bony structures of the face, including the cheekbones. And just drawing. You can even do the lower jaw. And to deepen your experience of this, also pay attention to your body breathing. And then open your hands here when you feel content and satisfied with your massage of the face. You'll use your thumb and index finger of each hand to just knead the eyebrows, starting at the center and making your way out towards the temples. I kind of call this like just a very gent pinch and release, a small kneading motion like dough, but only between the thumb and the pointer fingers so that it's gentle. You don't want to put any pressure on the eyeballs themselves, and you'll repeat this movement a number of times. So always starting at the center and then moving your way out towards the temples. Completing that about 3 times. Just kind of squeezing and kneading this tissue with your fingers. Again, allowing the body to breathe. And then using the fleshy undersides of your pointer fingers, massage the lower rim of your eye sockets. So just this bony, so using the pointer finger to just kind of press and release underneath the eye, so the under eye socket, working from the nose towards the temples again, just again taking care not to press directly on the eyes, but keeping your fingers, the pointer finger, just right along the under eye sockets. I can kind of a press and release. I'm doing that a couple of times. And then you can let your hands relax down into your lap. And the next is to work the face a little bit more here. You're going to keep your focus straight ahead. Your head will stay stationary. And open your eyes and lift your eyebrows and forehead as high as you can. Create tension and wrinkles in the forehead, and as you exhale, lower your eyebrows, releasing the tension from the forehead and softening the muscles completely, and then you'll do that again. So you'll lift here and squeeze, and then release. Head stays in a neutral position, stationary, so just the lifting of the eyebrows, squeezing of the forehead. You'll relax your face completely, and place your right hand over your right side of your face. So this side of your face will remain completely relaxed. Now squint the entire left side of your face, so firmly contracting the muscles to create tension, and continue breathing. This is the tricky part. So you creating tension on just the left side, and you continue to breathe. And then relax, so releasing the tension from the face and softening the left side, and you'll repeat on the other side. So you'll place your hand over the left side of the face and then begin to completely squeeze, keeping now what's underneath your hand relaxed to the best that you can. Good. And then relax. And now this is the full face squint. So you'll release the left hand down and you'll squeeze your eyes shut, wrinkle your nose, purse your lips, tense all the muscles of the face, everything pulling inward towards the center of the face. And then I know it's difficult, but you'll continue to breathe as you hold this tension. And then you'll relax. You're going to do that one more time. So just let your face completely soften. Let your breath deepen. And then go ahead and squeeze your eyes shut, wrinkle your nose, purse your lips, tense all the muscles of the face, and hold as you breathe. Good. And then you can go ahead and relax, let the face completely soften. Good. Take a couple of breaths, notice how the face feels. Let the breath deepen and lengthen. And then you'll open your eyes and keeping your head stationary. Your facial muscles now stay relaxed throughout the whole eye exercises. Be sure to continue breathing and try to make these eye movements coordinated with your breath, exhaling in one direction, inhaling in the other, and keeping your head steady. So that's the guideline here. So you're going to look straight ahead, and then as you exhale here, shift your gaze to the left as if to look toward the corner of your eye. Feel there's a little stretch in the eye muscle, and then inhale, return the gaze to center, and then you'll go to the other side as you exhale. So you're going to exhale, try to keep your eyes on that horizontal plane, looking left, inhaling back to your starting position, and then exhaling, going to the right. Good, and then exhaling one more time, so 3 times in each direction, coming back to center, and then to the right. Good. Then we'll now begin to work the vertical here. So again, you'll look straight ahead without moving your head. Lift your gaze slowly up towards the ceiling, and then lower it slowly back to center. And then exhale, lower it down to look as if you're trying to look to the floor. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, look up. So you have little muscles in the eyes. If you're feeling any strain, just decrease the range of motion. You're exhaling back to center and looking down. One more time here. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, look up. Good. And then back to center and down. Good. And then just rest with your eyes closed. Just rest. Let your body breathe. Notice, God bless you, breathe. Notice your breath, especially when we're working with some areas of the body that we don't typically get to or under our awareness generally. So you'll open your eyes here. This is eye angle. So from the center, you'll lift your gaze to the upper left-hand corner and then slowly return to center, and then look to the right-hand corner and back to center. So now we'll inhale, looking up to the right-hand corner, exhale back to center, and then look down to the left-hand corner. Oops, right-hand corner, I'm sorry. I got you all wonky there. So you're gonna lift your gaze up to the left-hand corner and back to center, and then down to the right-hand corner. And one more time. So breathing in as you look up, exhaling to center, and breathing in as you look down and back to center. Good, and of course now you're just begging to go to the other side here, so you're going to slowly lift your gaze up to the left-hand corner and return to center, and then look down to the right-hand corner, back to center, and inhale up, and exhale to center, and look down, and back to center, and look up, and back to center, and then look down and back to center. And again, just close your eyes here and let your eyes rest, the muscles of your eyes. Let your breath once again return to equilibrium, deep, smooth, and even. And then you'll open your eyes again, chin parallel to the floor, head stays steady. And you'll begin by lowering your gaze towards the bottom, so that point when you're looking down. And then you'll circle your eyes clockwise. So you're going to try to find all of those points, but you're trying to move smoothly without jerks or pauses. So it's in a circle. And you'll just go maybe 2 or 3 times in each direction, exploring kind of those edges again, making sure that you're breathing. And then you'll close your eyes, take a breath, and go to the other side. Go to the other direction. Circle your eyes 2 to 3 times, kind of exploring the edges of that stretch with your eyes. And then you'll let your eyes rest. So now you'll open your eyes and lift your hand in front of your face an arm length away. So your thumb will be up. So arm out, thumb up right in front of you. Yeah, so return your thumb up and kind of make a fist. There you go. And it's just a loose fist, and your gaze is on your thumb. And with a smooth, gentle motion, slowly draw your hand closer to your face without averting your gaze. And when you begin to lose focus, stop your hand and hold your gaze. And if you're able to regain focus by relaxing and breathing, you may be able to draw your hand a little bit closer and hold your gaze again. And then slowly and smoothly draw your hand back to the starting position and just repeat one more time. So you're going to slowly draw it in. Again, until you begin to lose focus, and you'll just stop and hold there. And see, just if by relaxing, you're able to regain focus and maybe bring it in a little bit closer. Good. And then you can go ahead, take it back to the starting position, regain focus, and then let your hand come down and rest. Going to just let the eyes rest here. So you're going to close your eyes. Your hands go over your eyes. Sorry, this feels pretty good. Both hands cover the eyes. Close your eyes and squeeze the lids together tightly for about 5 seconds. Keep your hands over your eyes and then open your eyes and blink your eyelids as rapidly as you can, just for about 5 seconds. And then rest your eyes by closing them again so that the eyelids only lightly touch this time. And then finally here, rub the palms of your hands together rapidly to create warmth. So just take the palms together and let the hands get warm. Keep going until you feel the warmth between your hands. And then when you feel that, you'll just cup your palms over your eyes. And again, close your eyes, let them rest without pressing on the eyes at all. It's just the heat from your hands to help let your eyes relax completely. And then you can, when you feel satisfied here, let your hands come down to the lap. Good. And take a breath, see how you feel. And we're going to work the mouth. We do have little muscles around the mouth, so open your eyes. And when you're ready to breathe in, you'll grit your teeth and stretch your lips in a wide grin. So the teeth stay closed. Yeah. And what you may find when you do this is that the muscles and tendons of your neck protrude, kind of stretching from underneath your chin to your shoulders. So you just hold that for a number of breaths. Just hold it and breathe. See if you can breathe evenly and smoothly. And then relax as you exhale, softening the muscles completely. And then next, you'll open your mouth into the shape of an O. So you kind of lower your chin down, pull your lips tightly over your teeth. And again, hold and breathe. And then you'll go ahead and relax. Just soften. Notice how that feels. We generally feel a lot of that kind of between the nose and the lip. Good. And this one's kind of funny. So keeping your mouth as open as possible, you'll curl your upper lip back towards your nose as if to touch the nose, and then the lower lip down as if to touch the chin. So open the mouth, breathe here, separate the teeth, and then take the top lip up towards the nose and the bottom lip down. Yeah, it's a little bit to coordinate it first. And again, hold and breathe. Not through the mouth though. You're trying to breathe through the nose here. Good. And then totally relax on an exhale. Close your mouth and you're going to curl both lips up towards the tip of the nose. So both lips curl up. Good. And then as you breathe out, you'll relax, softening all the muscles around the face here. Good. And using the heels of your hands now, massage your entire face, following just all the bony structures of your forehead, eyes, cheeks, jaw, mouth, chin. So working deeply, you draw the muscles and the fascia and the skin away from the center of the face and out towards the temples. So spinal massage is an opportunity to remove any tension. And then you can let your hands come down here and relax. Good. So the following are next exercises, and your shoulders remain still so that only your neck and head move. So you'll sit with your head, neck, and trunk erect. And as you exhale, retract your head like a turtle. So you tuck your chin towards your chest. And what we're really doing is elongating the back of the neck. Feel the stretch along the muscles of the back of the neck. And as you inhale, lift your head, lengthening the back of the neck, and reach your chin up towards the ceiling. So now you'll stretch the front of the neck. And then as you exhale, you'll lower your head and continue down into that position. So when the head is parallel here, the chin is parallel, you'll tuck the neck, and then you actually can continue to roll forward now. Good. And when you're ready to breathe in, then you'll lift up, chin parallel, lengthen the back of the neck by pulling the chin back, and then continue all the way up. Finishing the inhale, and when you're ready to exhale, good, chin parallel, pull the back of the head back, and then roll forward. Good, and one more time. So inhale, coming all the way up, lengthening until the chin reaches up towards the ceiling. And then exhaling, chin towards parallel, lengthening and rolling forward. And return to the starting position. So as you exhale next, you'll twist your neck to the left, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. You're going to turn as far as comfortable. Chin then gently reaches down towards the shoulder. Good. And then inhale, coming back up and returning to center. So turning the head back to center. And then as you exhale, go to the right. And you can finish the exhale by taking the chin towards the shoulder, inhaling back up, returning to center, and then exhaling again, turning towards the left. We'll do this 3 times, chin to the shoulder, and then inhaling, coming up, good, and finish the exhale, turning to the other side here, good, inhale, good, to center. I think we have one more time. Yeah, exhale to the left, chin to the shoulder. Inhale. Good. And then go to the right. Good. Chin to the shoulder. Good. And back to center. And now as you exhale, you'll tip the left ear towards the left shoulder. So the shoulders remain relaxed and still. Inhale, come back up to center and go to the right. Good. So shoulders remain still. So it's not that the shoulder raises up, come back to center, and then exhale, go to the left again, 3 times on each side. Exhale, go to the right. Inhale up. Good. Come back to center, and I think one more on the other side. So exhale to the right. And come back up. Good. As you, your chin will stay parallel to the floor here, and you'll elongate the back of your neck. This is like a turtle. So you're going to take your chin straight out here. Again, shoulders. Yes, exactly. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your head back to that starting position, almost retracting your head to create a double chin. And then draw it forward again, so it's like the turtle sticking its head out of the shell. And then retract your head back as you exhale. And then inhale, reaching the head out, chin parallel. Exhale, pulling it back. And one more time, so reach it out, elongate. Good. Exhale, come back. Come back to a neutral position, lengthen the back of the neck, lower your chin down towards your chest, and slowly begin to rotate your head to the right here. And then the head is not going to come all the way back to compress any of the vertebrae in the neck, but you will make a full rotation. Just be really careful that you don't compress or pinch the back of the neck at all here. So you'll go in that direction just twice, and then you'll reverse those circles and go the other way. Again, breathing, enjoying the range of motion. Good. And then you'll come back to the center position. And then we'll begin to do some movement standing. So you just want to see that you have, once you get up to standing here, that you're on an even surface, your feet are parallel, hip width apart, letting the weight of the body kind of rest. We can't quite see Bree. Feet a little closer together, Bree. We can't, yeah, we'll see if we can get Bree's camera arranged here so that we can see. Yeah, and then if you pull your mat back towards the window a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So good. Yeah, so you'll lengthen through the back, lifting the chest slightly, relaxing the shoulders down, allowing your arms to rest softly at your sides. And just take a moment to observe your breathing, softening the abdomen and the rib cage, allowing the breath to flow smoothly and evenly again. You're trying to maintain your breath awareness throughout all of these exercises and as you rest in between. Good. So keep your head erect and still, and as you inhale, slowly raise your left shoulder towards your left ear, contracting the muscles along your shoulder and neck. And then hold briefly, and then suddenly release the shoulder, dropping it back to the starting position. And then you'll do that again 3 times on that side. So go ahead, lift up, and then let it drop. And then do that one more time. Good, lift it up, and let it drop. And then you'll go ahead and do the right side here. So lift it up, kind of squeeze, and then let it go as you breathe out. So you're inhaling as you slowly raise your shoulder up towards your ear, and then exhaling, letting it go one more time. So lifting up as you breathe in, and then breathing out, let it go. And now you'll do both shoulders. So finally raise them both up as high as you can, hold for a couple of seconds. And then when you're ready to exhale, lower the shoulders down and lift them up. Good. And then let them drop down. Good. And just begin some shoulder rotations here. So inhaling, draw the shoulders up towards your ears, back, down, and around. So you're drawing them up, back, down, and around. Good. And then you'll reverse that and go the other way. So, good. Just feeling the stretch on the back of the upper back here as the shoulders come forward and the shoulder blades separate. Good. Just using modest exertion, right? So let the arms rest here. Good. And make a light fist with both hands and begin to let the arms swing just from front to back. Good. I'm going to start to get more energy flowing through the body here. Good. And then you can begin to bend the elbow and straighten the arm. So it'll be a bend and straighten. So you kind of feel your chest expand as your arms swing back. Good. And then you can include a knee bend here. So the knees bend as the arm straightens. There you go. And you may find that the heart rate starts to increase, but you'd like your breath qualities to remain the same. So deep, smooth, and even. Then you can go ahead and stand up. Let your arms come down by your sides, face the camera again. Raise your arms to your sides at shoulder height, parallel to the floor. Yeah. And palms facing down, keeping your arms straight. Begin to swing them back and forth, alternating the arms crossing in front of the body, alternating which arm is on top. And you do this rather loosely here. So arms will stay parallel. Breathe, that's right. And letting them come back as far as comfortable for your shoulders. But you feel the back expand, shoulder blades separate as the arms come forward. And there's a little stretch across the front of the chest as the arm comes back. This is a fluid motion, but not coordinated with the breath in any way here. Just really enjoying the movement, this free movement of the arms and the upper back and chest. Good. And then go ahead and relax the arms down. Good. And take the arms out to the sides, palms facing forward at shoulder height. Good. Exhaling smoothly, take the arms forward together so that the palms touch in front of you. Good. And then inhaling, bend your elbows and bring the palms to the chest. So palms to the chest, breathe. So separate the hands so that the palms to, yes, there you go. And then you'll stretch the arms open here. So you'll open the arms, wide, and then you'll exhale, bring the hands together in front of you. Good. And then bring the palms to the chest. So bend the elbows. Good. And open the arms out wide. And then exhale, close. Good. And then inhale. Good. Exhale and open. Good. Breathe and then draw back together. Good. One more time here. Palms to the chest. Open the arms out wide. And then bring the palms together. Good. And then let your arms come down by your sides. Good. Take a breath. Place your fingertips right on your shoulders. So you'll bend the elbows here. And you'll bring the elbows together as close as they can in front of the body. They may or may not touch like breeze here, but as you breathe in, you'll draw the elbows up towards the ceiling, out to the sides, back down and around. It's a circle. So you try to press the elbows together in front as the elbows come towards the front of the body. And yeah, you'll feel the back stretch. And then you feel the chest stretch as the elbows draw back. And then slowly begin when the elbows come in front to go the other way. So you'll drop the elbows down. Good. Good. And then you can let your arms rest here. You can turn and face the camera again and raise your arms out to your sides at shoulder height, parallel to the floor, palms facing down. You're going to try to keep your shoulders relaxed and your arms straight. And you'll begin circles with your arms, very small movements forward, gradually increasing the circles as large as possible. You're not going to coordinate your breath with movement here. And then continue to make those arm circles as big, kind of exploring your range of motion with these arm circles. And then you will, when you feel like you've explored your range of motion, those upper arms coming near the ears, then you'll reverse and go the other way. So you'll draw them up and you're going to start with big circles. Yeah, enjoying that range of motion in that direction, gradually decreasing the size of the circles until the arms become motionless again. Making them smaller and smaller until the arms eventually are still. I know this one, you'll feel the heat building in the shoulders, and then you'll come to still, and then exhale, lower your arms down. But just give yourself a moment to breathe here. It can be a lot to heart. Hold the arms in that position. Feel the heat in the shoulders. Let the breath return. So raise your arms out in front of you until they're parallel to the floor, so straight out to the camera, breathe, and the palms will face down, the fingers and thumbs together here, keeping the arms keeping your arms and fingers straight, just bend the wrists towards the ceiling. So bend the wrists up towards the ceiling, good. And then slowly bring your hands back to that starting position and flex the wrist down, pointing down to the floor. And then slowly bring your hands back to the starting position, then up towards the ceiling, good. So you're just moving your wrists here. And you can coordinate breath with movement. So you can inhale on your journey up and then exhale, good. And then you'll come back to the starting position and bend the wrists to the right while keeping the arms parallel to the floor. So come down to the starting position, wrists up, and then bend the wrist to the right. Good, inhale back to center, and then exhale, go to the other side. So again, just trying to move the wrists, going back and forth. Good. And come back to that starting position. You can soften the elbows here and just make some circles with the wrist. So you can keep in any way that feels good. You just want to circle the wrist in both directions, clockwise, counterclockwise, making sure you do it evenly on both sides. You can actually change the position of the hands. You could have light fists, you could have fingers open, experiment with what that feels like to change the position of the fingers. You can have the fingers together. You can stretch the fingers wide. Good. You could interlace them like Bria's here, kind of doing figure eights in both directions. Good. And then you can go ahead and relax the arms down by your sides here. Good. You're gonna inhale, just reach your arms out to shoulder height, parallel to the floor. Just keep them there. And as you inhale again, you'll reach your fingertips as if you're trying to reach the opposite sides of the room. So you'll just want to feel a sense of the shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, everything lengthening. You're continuing to breathe as you hold. And as you exhale, you can lower the arms down. And as you inhale next, you'll sweep your arms out to the sides and above your head, the arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling here, palms facing your midline. You are slightly elevating the chest, letting the shoulder blades draw down the back, but also reaching up through the hands. I just hold here for 2 more breaths, feeling the entire body is reaching upwards. And then when you're ready to exhale, relax your arms completely down to the sides. Step your feet a little bit wider, about 3 feet apart, parallel towards, and as you inhale, sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling, turning your palm up here. Good, and as you exhale, lengthen the left side body, bending slightly to the right. So this can be as deep as is comfortable. So Bree's got a lot of range of motion. That may not be as far as you go. Tip in a way that feels good, and you're gonna just hold here for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, bring your torso back to the starting position. Lower your arm down. Good. And when you're ready, you'll inhale, reach up the right, and then exhale, tip to the left. Again, finding a place where you can breathe in this stretch, taking several breaths in this position. Good. And then inhale, come up, and exhale, lower the arm down. Going to place your hands on your lower back or the sacral area, your fingers pointing down, and you're going to rotate the pelvis like you are in a barrel, making a complete circle. You may find it natural to coordinate your breath here with the movement. So you may find that you can exhale as you circle forward, inhale as you circle back. Do whatever is comfortable though, and then reverse and go the other way. And then come back to center. And you're going to bend the knees and let the support the weight of your upper body with your arms. The fingers are going to face out. This is an important exercise to stimulate circulation of fluids in the abdomen, strengthen the abdominal muscles. This is just a breathing. As you exhale, you'll firmly contract your abdomen, drawing your navel towards your spine. And as you inhale, release. And exhale, kind of contract belly up and in towards the spine. And inhale, release. Good. Do that a few more times here. Good. And on your next breath in, go ahead and stand all the way up. You can stand in that position, Brie. It's probably easiest to just face sideways in the camera. This is kind of a forward stroke downwards, like a freestyle stroke as you come into not quite a forward fold, but you'll take your arms up overhead and just begin to bend the knees and fold forward as you are moving the arms in, like you're stroking, like you're doing, yeah, that's it, it's hard to cue there. Yeah, and then you can begin to backstroke up. So you can perceive you didn't come quite all the way into a forward fold. Yeah, and then you'll front stroke down again. You're going to do this a few times. Good. And then backstroke up. And you want to come into a place that's comfortable. So if you don't go quite as far as Bree does, that's okay. You might stop right there where she is and then backstroke up. Good. And then come all the way up here. Good. And then you might turn towards the camera here. You're going to shift the weight into the right leg, stand tall up and out of the right hip joint here. This is really just to free up the left foot off the floor. Good. You know what, and I forgot to cue you. If you need support, take a hold of a steady piece of furniture or the wall. This is a leg swing back and forth. So from front to back, sorry, Bree. Yeah, you're gonna just let the leg swing back. Yeah. And you can see Bree's alternating what arms is coming forward here. Again, if you feel unsteady, you can use the wall or a piece of furniture. You would like to swing from the hip joint like Bree is, not from the knee. This is really about the hip. And then you can go ahead and put the left foot down. Good. You'll get long on the left side. And then you'll go ahead again, begin to swing the leg back and forth. Just swinging, staying upright, keeping your torso and pelvis steady as you do this. Good, and then you can go ahead and put it down. Good. And this is just an exercise to kind of wake up the hamstring. And it's a swift kick of the heel towards the buttocks. So you will bend the knee and just kind of swiftly kick the heel. Yep, and then put that down. Yes, good. Just do that about 5 times on each side. So just a quick kick. Yeah, and do it within range of motion. So if knees bother you at all, you don't have to take the heel all the way up towards the buttocks. Good. Swift kick here. Good. And then relax the feet down. This is called dancing knees. You'll probably be able to see it through Bree's leggings here, but you'll stand just like that, feet about hip width apart. And you're going to tense all the muscles of the left thigh around the left kneecap, lifting the left kneecap. So you want to lift the left kneecap up, feel the quadricep engage, and then relax and release the kneecap back down, and then alternate to the right side. So you kind of lift then the right kneecap up, squeezing everything up, and then drop it down. And when you get comfortable with this, you can kind of alternate a little bit more quickly. And it can be difficult to coordinate at first, actually. So give yourself some time to play with this. Again, you're tensing all the muscles, like if you're working the left side, tensing all the muscles, the left thigh and around the kneecap, lifting the kneecap up and then relaxing it and doing the right side. Just kind of toggling back and forth. Good. Good. And then you can relax both knees here and you'll shift the weight over to your right leg just to free up the left foot to do some ankle work. Again, use a sturdy piece of furniture, a hand on the wall if you need to. You're going to flex the ankle, pull the toes towards you, towards the ceiling, and then relax the foot back to center and slowly flex the foot so that you're pointing the toes towards the floor. Good. And then bring them back up to the full 3 times here. Toes come up, back to starting, and then back down. Good. And then all the way back up and point. And one more time here. I think that was, you might have gotten 4 on that one. I'm not real sure. Good. Take it down. Good. And then this next one is really just like you did with the wrist, take the ankle over to the left and then to the right. So you'll come through a starting point, but yep, and you want to really kind of explore your range of motion. See if you can just move the ankle without moving the whole leg bone. It's actually really quite challenging. Good, and it's also challenging your balance. Good, and then you'll relax the foot back to center and make 3 circles in each direction. Again, exploring the range of motion as you do these circles. Good. And then reverse, go the other way. You can go ahead and put that foot down when you're ready. Good. And then you might need to shake out the legs a little bit. Yeah. And then you'll ground down when you're ready through the left foot here. And take the right foot out in front of you again just to do the pointing and flexing. Pull the toes back, come through center, point the toes towards the floor. Again, if balance is challenging, use a hand on the wall, sturdy piece of furniture. Good. 3 times though. Good. And after 3 times, you're going to go from left to right, trying to keep the ankle moving rather than the whole leg, exploring your range of motion. Again, it can be challenging to coordinate, so watch your breathing, and then you'll make some full circles in each direction. Good. And we'll place the foot flat on the floor here. And you'll begin to inhale, slowly lift your heels and rise up onto the balls of the feet. So separate your feet just a little bit here, Bree. Yeah. And then exhale, slowly lower your heels to the floor. And then inhale, lift. Without overstretching the ankle. You're inhaling, lifting, coming up onto the balls of the feet or the toes, exhaling, lowering down. Good. This may be just enough for you, or when you come up next time, you may take your arms out in front of you. You might be able to hold the heel lift here. Arms come out straight towards the camera. And then as you exhale, just turn the torso. The feet stay parallel. Turn the torso towards the left. Inhale, come back to center. And then you'll go to the other side. Again, you're going to do this within your capacity. Good. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Good. And now come down to hands and knees into what we call a table pose. So you want to be on a mat or even a blanket for cushioning. You'll bring palms beneath your shoulders, fingers spread as wide as comfortable here, middle finger facing forward. And take a moment to just notice your breath in this posture. So feel your abdomen expand toward the floor when you inhale, and then contract back towards your spine as you exhale. Allow your breathing to be smooth, deep, and even here. And we'll begin to move through what we call cat-cow. So exhaling, contract the abdominal muscles, back, rounding the back, and then inhaling, release the abdominal muscles as you come through and lift the sit bones. Spread the buttocks wide. So exhale, kind of draw everything in, and then inhale, open through the throat, tailbone lifts. Exhale, chin to the chest, tailbone ducks. Good. Good. And then come back to a neutral position. Bring the palm of your right hand to the center beneath your face. And when you're ready, you'll lift the left arm straight up, sweeping it out all the way up towards the ceiling. So left arm will reach up and just hold it there. You're going to open the chest, reach through the fingers, and let your head and neck be comfortable. So that may be looking down at the floor. It could be, if you have a lot of range of motion, looking up at the left hand. You want to hold this for a couple of breaths. Good. And then when you're ready to inhale, hand will come down right underneath the face. And we'll switch sides here. So then you'll breathe, reach up. Good. Find a place that's comfortable for the head and neck so that you can stay and hold for several breaths. Good, and then go ahead and release the hand down. Hands directly underneath the shoulders again, and step your left foot forward between your hands. Want to make sure that the knee is not coming past the ankle. Shin is perpendicular to the floor, and you lower the pelvis towards the floor, lengthening, pressing the torso forward so it feels just like the spine is moving towards the front of the body. Chest lifted to the degree that you can. Shoulder blades gently working down the back, keeping your neck long. If it's hard to have your hands on the floor like Bree does, you could have blocks or even come up onto fists or fingertips. And then you'll slide the left knee back to meet the right, and we'll step the right foot forward. Good. Again, shin parallel to the floor. Letting your body breathe, inhaling, feeling the spine lengthen. Feeling the back of the neck long. Feeling broad through the chest and the shoulder blades drawing down the back. Good. And then you'll slide the right knee back to meet the left and lower yourself all the way down onto your mat, facing down. Arms alongside your body, palms facing your hips. Drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Firm your legs and your buttocks. Press the hips into the floor. Keeping your legs as straight as you can here. Lift the legs just an inch or so off the floor. It doesn't have to be high. Notice how the low back feels. If you feel okay in the low back, then you'll lift your head, neck, and shoulders, reaching your arms actively down towards your heels. So palms will face the body, fingertips reach down towards the feet. And you hold here and just breathe. So inhaling, you may find that you lift a little higher. Exhaling, you kind of come down a bit, but you hold the whole back body contraction. Good. And then you can turn your head to one side and come down and rest. Separate the legs, turn your head to one side. Let your body rest. You're going to come back to a seated position. This could be a cushion on the floor or in your chair, wherever you were before. If you're on the floor, this will be a simple cross-legged position. If you're on your chair, your feet are flat on the floor. And as you exhale here, you're going to keep your spine erect here and gently exhale to the left, beginning the twist from the lower abdomen and then working your way around the ribs and then the shoulders. And follow with your head looking over the left shoulder and holding for about 5 breaths. You continue to lengthen the spine as you breathe in, deepening the twist as you exhale. And then inhale, come forward. And when you're ready, you're going to exhale, go to the other side. So again, thinking that you're working from the lower abdomen, working your way up through the rib cage and then the shoulders and then the neck, each with an exhale, inhaling, trying to find length in the spine, even if that's just within your own imagination here, but spine long, body breathing, mind present. Okay, good. And then come all the way down onto your back. So lying down here, let your legs rest about 6 inches apart. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back, opening the chest. Allow your low back to relax and soften towards the floor. And if that is really uncomfortable to be in this position, you can always bend the knees to support the lower back. You're going to now take the right knee into the chest and clasp your hands around the shin. Just hold here, keep the back of your shoulders and pelvis and left leg on the floor. Again, if there's discomfort in the low back, you could bend the left knee, place the foot flat on the floor. You're just going to hold here for a few breaths. You'll go ahead and release the right leg to the floor. Take the left knee in. Clasp your hands around. You could hold the thigh if that's more accessible. Low back connected to the floor, shoulders down, long from the base of the tailbone through the back of the neck. Just holding the knee into the chest. Good. And then you'll just take the left knee or the right knee into the chest so that both knees are into the chest now for a few breaths. Just hold them in. Again, stay long from the tailbone. So while the knees come in, it's not so much rounding the pelvis to get the knees into the chest, but rather keeping the low back anchored, just drawing the knees in. Place both feet flat on the floor. This is called the reclining leg cradle. So good. And you'll lift the right foot off the floor and take it above the left knee joint. For some people, this will be enough right here where you'll begin to feel a stretch in the outer hip. For some people, you'll have to reach through to the left thigh or the left, who's able to hold the left shin. The key here is that, especially when we take the foot off the floor here, is to move the right knee away from the body very gently, just using the hand or the forearm to gently open. And you'll hold here for a couple of breaths. If you want to work more deeply, you can gently rock your hips from side to side. Just kind of, it's not a big motion, it's just a couple inches on the back of the pelvis. Good. And then release the right foot down to the floor. And take the left foot or the left ankle above the right knee joint. And again, might be enough of a stretch with the right foot on the floor, or you can lift the right foot off the floor and take a hold of whatever is accessible. Could be the hamstring or the shin, moving now the left knee away from you to deepen the stretch, keeping your face and your jaw soft and relaxed, softening through the throat, the eyes. And if you want to work more deeply into this stretch, you can gently rock your hips from side to side. You can go ahead and uncross, put both feet flat on the floor here. You'll slide your feet closer to your pelvis, thighs parallel. So really important that the knees don't splay out to the sides here. Bring your arms along your torso, palms down. As you exhale, press your lower back into the floor, contracting your abdominal muscles. Inhaling smoothly, lift the weight of the pelvis, coming up into what we call a bridge pose. So as you lift here, you're lifting one vertebrae at a time. And you're coming up into a place that's comfortable for the low back. There we go. Just holding here and breathing. Part of this is to keep the head, neck, and face relaxed. The bridge here actually is the throat, that stays relaxed. The idea here energetically anyway, which I think is interesting, is that we are just moving the energy of the heart towards the head. And the throat is the bridge. And then when you're ready to release, you'll exhale, lowering down from the top of your spine all the way down into the starting position. Good. And now you're ready to prepare your body for a systematic relaxation. It's done in Shavasana or corpse pose. This allows you to kind of integrate and consolidate all the benefits of the sequence we just did. It quiets your mind, balances the nervous system. Make sure that your head and neck are supported. If you have any discomfort in the low back when you're lying flat like this, that you have support beneath the knees. And that you take time to cover yourself for warmth with a light blanket if you wish. Close your eyes and begin to rest. Observing the flow of your breathing and letting the weight of your body release into the floor. Consciously allowing the floor to support you completely. Allowing the whole body to breathe. Mind present with the sensation of the whole body breathing. And being aware now of the breath at the base of the nose. Just being aware of the touch of breath on the inhale and the last touch of breath on the exhale. And then soften the forehead, the space between the eyes. And let the eyes, if you can, just rest a little more deeply into the sockets. Soften the cheeks. Unhinge the jaw just a bit. Part the lips. And draw your attention behind the face. So that the inner eyes and all the nerves that reach back and deep into the head begin to relax. Little muscles around the nose and the inner ears and the root of the tongue. It all relaxes. And draw your attention back to the base of the skull and soften down the length of the neck. Soften the front of the throat. Just allow it to naturally drop back. Relax the tops of the shoulders, both the right and left. Down the length of both arms, relaxing the upper arms, the inner and outer elbows, forearms, the wrists, the palms of the hands. Be aware of the roots of the thumbs and the roots of the fingers. And then be aware of the fingertips, holding your attention at the fingertips for the next several breaths. You can inhale as if the breath flows down to the fingertips. And exhaling back to the shoulders. Just breathing the length of the arms, holding your awareness at the fingertips. And then you'll move back through the hands and the wrists, up the axis of the arms into the shoulders, and then the upper chest. It all softens around the collarbones and the sternum. And on the back body, the shoulder blades, and the space in between. You draw your attention into the center of the chest. Relax around the physical heart, the upper lobes of the lungs. For the next couple of breaths, you'll hold your attention right in the heart center. It's as if you're breathing into the heart center, just breathing in and out this heart or chest area. And moving down, so on the back side of the body, the back ribs have little muscles, they soften. The side ribs, the front ribs, the upper abdomen, the whole solar plex, including the navel and the low belly. It all softens, and if you draw your attention into the core of the abdomen, letting go of any tension that might be there so that the organs themselves can just settle into place and relax down to the floor. Move down to the hips. Relax the front and the back of the pelvis, the hip joints and the buttocks, the outer and inner thighs soften, all sides of the knees, down through the lower legs, the ankles, the heel through the sole of the foot and the top of the foot. Become aware of the roots of the toes, where the toes meet the foot. And then gently move your awareness into the toe tips and just hold your attention there as you just continue to let your body relax and breathe. And you'll release your awareness from the toe tips. Move to the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, the hips. And from the hip joints, move inward so that you become aware of the center of the pelvis. And move upwards into the core of the abdomen. And then upwards into the core of the chest. Into the throat center. And then straight upwards into the space at the center of the mind. You can hold your attention there and be aware of the whole body breathing. And to finish, be aware of the inner ease, your inner awareness that comes from moving the body and then resting the nervous system and concentrating the mind. Set an intention to carry with you this sense of ease as you move through the remainder of your day. Take a little deeper breath. Be aware of your hands and feet to maybe move your fingers and toes. And then you'll come up slowly, so just using your hands for support. Come up slowly here, just let yourself come into a comfortable seated position. Again, being aware of the whole body breathing. And if it's comfortable and you want to conclude your practice in this way, you can take your hands around your heart center and fold forward just to seal in any benefits that you may have received. And thank you for being with us today. We hope you enjoyed the sequence of joints and glands.